Hello, everyone. My name is Sue Barras, and I'm Director of Admissions for Tulane University School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine. And welcome to our interview today. Our guest is Professor Diego Rose. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure, Sue. I'm Professor and Director of Nutrition here at Tulane University in the School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine.
Yes.
I did my academic training at UC Berkeley. I studied nutritional sciences as an undergraduate. I did a master's in public health, similar to the one that we're offering in our program and focused on nutrition. And then I also did a doctorate in agricultural economics. That was academic training. And then in terms of work experience, I've worked, I started work as a WIC nutritionist in a rural farm worker clinic in California. I also worked with USDA's Economic Research Service, looking at the role that the food assistance programs like food stamps and WIC have on nutritional outcomes. I spent a number of years in Southern Africa, working in Mozambique and South Africa.
Wow.
And I even did some work earlier on in Guatemala and in Mexico.
Oh, most impressive. Very good. Well, you've been a part of the Tulane community for some time as a professor in global community health and behavioral sciences, correct?
Yes, I have. I've been here since over 15 years now, since before Hurricane Katrina.
Wow, excellent. Well, I understand that you're the lead faculty member for the Nutrition Leadership Training Program. Can you tell us a little bit about that program?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So this is a really exciting program. It's a new program for us. It's supported by a grant from the Health Resources and Services Administration. It's part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. And it's basically a Master's of Public Health program in nutrition, but with a focus on women, infants, and children, what we call the maternal and child health population. That's why it gets abbreviated MCH. And it's kind of like an extra strength MPH program. That's how I like to refer to it.
That's fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit about the objectives of this program.
Yeah, so the goal here is really to develop leaders in the field of nutrition and MCH, maternal and child health. And the reason that the government is supporting that is because that's the most vulnerable population. If we can assure the nutritional status, the nutritional health of women, infants, and children, then we really guarantee the health of the next generation. And so that's why there's investment in that particular group. The leaders, what's one of the exciting things for potential candidates and students that want to go in this field is that it's opening up. There's, the demographics are such that there are folks retiring from the field. And so, in fact, the federal government expanded this program. There used to be 6 centers, now there's 8. We successfully competed to get one of the 2 new ones. And so if you want to go into this field and find a job, this is the place to come study.
Wow. Were you involved in getting the
I wrote it. I wrote the proposal.
Fantastic.
It was a lot of work, but the students are worth it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Quite an accomplishment. Tell us a little bit about the credits needed or a practicum. What's the components?
Yeah, what's in it? Yeah, so it's basically, like I said, it's basically our regular MPH program. It's 45 credits. And then we also have a 300-hour practicum. It's like a little mini internship that students do. That's also a standard for all our MPH students in our department. But I say extra strength because there's all these other opportunities for students to learn. We have a research experience and we have a teaching experience. We have some shadowing opportunities at different agencies throughout the city. We have lots of contacts in the city. We even will push students to put together a professional presentation for a conference or a professional meeting. And then we'll actually pay for them to go to the meeting and put them up at a hotel and stuff while they're there. So there's, it's a really, there's a lot of experience that's involved in this program.
It sounds like students will graduate from this program with quite a number of skills.
A number of skills, a competitive edge, moving into the work world, definitely,
Fantastic.
Yes.
I understand there's a stipend.
There is a stipend.
About that.
Yes, there's a stipend of $10,000 divided over the 2-year program. Typically, it's 2 years for students to go through.
Right.
And so there's $10,000. It's taxable, but students can use it for tuition or however they want.
Oh, fantastic. Let's talk about prerequisites.
Yeah, so one of the requirements for this program is that the students, when they enter, need to be registered dietitians.
Okay.
That means they have to have a bachelor's degree in nutrition or dietetics, and they have to fulfill the didactic program in that area.
Mm-hmm.
It's specified by the accrediting body, and they also have to have completed an internship program and sat for their exam.
Okay.
Now, there is the possibility for students who have done all the coursework but have not yet done the internship, that they can apply to Tulane's internship. We encourage you, in fact, to do that if you're in that situation. You can apply to our internship,
Okay.
and you can jointly apply to the internship and the master's program.
Okay.
And then you would do them sequentially. So you would do the internship first, and then you would do this program we're talking about, the nutrition leadership program, after that.
And that's our dietetic internship program.
Yeah, the dietetic
With
internship.
dietetics.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So
You can also do it the opposite direction if you don't have that,
Other way too.
but then it's you can't get the stipend. You have to be a registered dietitian to
to
get
get
the
the
stipend.
stipend. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, how do you select students for this program?
Well, we want the best students, of course.
Great.
Who wouldn't? But no, seriously, we look at everything. We look at grades, we look at GRE, we look at the full picture of the student.
A holistic review.
A holistic review. We want students that are motivated by this topic. They're particularly motivated by nutrition. They want to look at all the different aspects of the food system, that, from food coming up through the ground all the way to how it gets served on the plate. And in particular, they're focused on women, infants, and children.
Excellent. Well, if our audience has any questions about this program, where should they direct their questions?
Well, if there's questions about the content of the program, they could write to Keely O'Malley at kolmalley@tulane.edu.
Okay.
If they have questions about the admissions process or requirements, things like that,
Mm-hmm.
they should write to Anita Jobson. That's A. Jobson, Jobson,
Mm-hmm.
at tulane.edu. O'Malley is just
Yes.
the regular O'Malley.
Yes.
I said before. And then you could always write me, Diego, at tulane.edu, in case you have any unanswered questions or about this.
Well, Professor Rose, thank you for joining us today for this interview and all this information. I hope we have lots of great applicants.
Thank you, Sue. It's a pleasure.
All righty. Bye-bye, everyone. Okay. So.